It's no secret that adults have loved animation even long after growing out of the intended demographic for it. Maybe it's this obsession with youth, one passed down from one generation to the next, this desire to stay forever young, that makes adults want to surround themselves with things from their past. Nostalgic things that can stave off the crushing weight of worry, responsibility, and loneliness. Or maybe it's that animation can address the real struggles of adulthood while also being able to immerse us in worlds beyond reality in ways that non-animated mediums aren't able to, by exploring our childhood dreams with our current anxieties. And no medium expresses the absolute absurdity of adulthood and the once hopeful aspirations of childhood like anime. Imagine feeling truly alive for the first time at the end of the world. The excitement at getting your first real job quickly souring into absolute dejection after working for an exploitative company that turns you into a corporate zombie. But then the world ends, and you realize you no longer have to go to work, you no longer have crushing responsibilities, you are truly free. And suddenly, the world seems full of possibilities again. All you have to do is fend off a horde of hungry zombies and stay alive, but beyond that, the world is your oyster. You're free to meet new people, travel, go on adventures, and maybe even take the time to determine what you really want to do with your life. Maybe revisit a childhood dream that you knew was implausible the moment you were old enough to realize that the world is no longer magical, and despite literally having to deal with the apocalypse every day, you realize that for the first time in a long time, you are truly free to be who you've always wanted to be, without anyone holding you back. Psalm 100 takes the soul-crushing experience of working a corporate job and reimagines an absurd reality where living in the zombie apocalypse is more freeing than an ordinary existence. And though it's an absolute ridiculous notion, and one that only anime could really explore since, ordinary people are doing extraordinary things with little explanation, it is perfect, true escapism. Beyond that, it's even a bit inspirational. It's a reminder that we all have bucket lists of aspirations, that we all have a need to rediscover our childhood dreams, find love, and go on adventures with our friends. It may be just a silly zombie show, but fundamentally it strikes the nail of adulthood, work, and isolation on its head, possibly inspiring people also stuck in this endless cycle to throw caution to the wind and try something new, starting by making a list of all the dreams they want to accomplish before turning into a zombie, corporate or otherwise. Speaking of dreams, maybe it's not the crushing weight of working yourself to death that bothers you. Maybe instead it's the crushing weight of getting older, watching your childhood dreams slowly slip away year after year as your youth disappears and your viability is disregarded, working day after day, cleaning up the messes of the heroes you always wanted to be, but then opportunity strikes. A final chance to make your dream come true with the help of the one thing you want to one day destroy, and of course, all the experience that you gained over the years of being passed over. Kaiju number 8 isn't just about another powerless underdog getting a second chance. It's also a reflection of aging fans who also want to make their dreams come true, despite how much people tell them they're not enough, that they're no longer young enough, no longer strong enough, no longer good enough anymore. But still, these people know that they have a lot to offer the world through their wisdom, experience, and unwavering convictions. It wouldn't really be an anime or manga without an insane, secretly OP ability being given to the most ordinary person, but despite how silly the premise might be, it's a subtle reminder that you're never too old to accomplish your dreams. By the way, 30 years old is not old, okay? Stop saying that 30 is old. 30 is not old. It's not old. But life isn't only about chasing dreams, though. It's also about wanting to live comfortably. For all my hardworking singles out there who want someone or something to take care of them, well, I have the perfect anime escapism just for you. What if you could spice up your boring life full of work and drowning your stresses through alcohol by coming home to an adorable maid who also happens to be a powerful dragon who's obsessed with you, and she occasionally wants you to eat her tail, and also has a bad habit of inviting her other dragon friends to come over and terrorize your house. But if you can get past that, she also keeps the house tidy and greets you warmly whenever you come home. Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid explores life with an adorable dragon maid, one that loves you beyond reason and will always stick by you. And honestly, who wouldn't want that? As long as you are able to ignore all the other questionable aspects of that series that I'm not going to get into today. But let's talk about pets. Are fairly easy to acquire and give meaning to lonely people, providing something to care for that requires less emotional energy than dealing with another human. But what if you didn't have to take care of your furry companion, and instead they learned to take care of you? They triple in size over time and learn to cook and clean, secretly believing that they're only sticking around so they can get more cat food, but actually caring for their human and wanting them to be safe and well. Honestly, who needs a partner when you have a cat like that? The Masterful cat is depressing, and today brings a whole new meaning to house cat. Exploring the life of a hardworking woman who struggles to take care of herself, but never fails to take care of others. And for that, she gets a pet who learns to take care of her. But again, let's try something a little bit more realistic. Let's instead imagine coming home to a doting thug who makes you delicious lunches, cleans the house, manages the bills, and is capable of slaying hundreds of mobsters with his bare fists. The way of the house husband, again, may seem a bit far-fetched for most people. Well, not so much the falling in love with a mobster part, as much as the bad boy dotes on you, cooks for you, cleans for you part, which is a little bit sad. But honestly, what's the harm in imagining an uber masculine guy doting on you after you work so hard every day to bring home the bacon? After all, Dochi said it best. Every good girl needs a little thug. It's easy to look at these series at a glance and mark them off as wish fulfillment, which, granted, like many other anime, they very well can be. But if you humor me for a moment and take a deeper look at these series beyond just their surface level entertainment, you may realize that these series also provide a wake-up call. Most of the characters in these shows are not doing well before they get their magical, fictional second chance. It takes a major shift in their life to reawaken their humanity in pursuit of their dreams. Sometimes it takes an external force for them to realize even the simple beauty of their mundane lives. And though it may seem basic, seeing the reflections of your own life in these absurd anime series can initiate a need for change in your own life. Something as simple as imagining your cat taking care of you instead of the other way around, or realizing that your age and experience can be a strength rather than a hindrance in pursuing your dreams. These are things that could ultimately end up changing your life, or at least your view of it. And in a world and even a medium that constantly shoves the beauty of youth down your throats any chance they can get, it's nice to see a bit of reality for those of us who've outgrown the idea that being an adult is the best thing that can happen to us. Okay, well, maybe I'm overthinking these and, none of these are as magical or life-inspiring as I am imagining. But even so, it's fun to imagine these silly, ridiculous situations that happen in anime in my own life and kind of change how I view things. Psalm 100 personally encouraged me to revisit my childhood dream of writing a novel, and also encourages me to thank my parents as often as I can, when I can. The Masterful cat is depressing, and today reminds me of all the fun times that I had with my own pets, and especially now after both my dog and cat have now passed away. It's just a subtle reminder to appreciate not only caring for something outside of myself, but also having something that cared for me, even if the only way they could show it was by pooping and me having to clean up after them. And Kaiju No. 8 reminds me that my life experience is still important and can still be used for the dreams that I've yet to accomplish. And that age and experience can actually be a strength depending on how you use it. Truthfully, if we weren't all a bit delusional, if we didn't at least subscribe to some level of absurdity, then life really wouldn't be fun at all. So I'm grateful for anime and its insane ways of showing adulthood and the insanity of it all. Hey, my name is Phoenix. Thank you for watching this video. I'm putting my intro at the end because I didn't want to interrupt the flow. Remember that you are never too old to accomplish your dreams. Drink a lot of tea if you can. I already drank all mine today. It's gone because I've been working too much. Anyway, to check out more videos where I talk about adulthood and the absurdity of it, or anime that's good for adults, check out this playlist or video that pops up here on your screen. Thank you so much again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.